What if I told you that each year, men are not just getting older, they're getting weaker? Our strength, our bravery, our whole identity as men is fading away. Research proves it. Our testosterone levels are dropping by 1% every year. We're not just aging, we're losing the power our ancestors had. In this video, I'm going to show you why this is happening and how we can fight back. We're not just talking about getting older. We're talking about fighting to keep our strength. What I'm about to share in this video is tough and might upset you. It's only for those who can handle the truth. If you're not up for that, this might not be for you. Stay if you're ready to rethink everything you've been told about what it means to be a man. This problem isn't just about our bodies. It starts with how we're raised. The challenge begins in our formative years, shaping how we perceive and enact our roles as men. Without strong role models to guide us, many are left navigating this terrain alone. Here's another harsh reality. Only about 10% of men were taught how to be real men by mature fathers. That leaves a staggering 90% of men trying to figure it out on their own. But don't worry, I'm here like a father figure, ready to guide you to true manhood. Kay Heimowitz, author of Manning Up, put it this way: it's been an almost universal rule of civilization that whereas girls became women simply by reaching physical maturity, boys had to pass a test. They needed to demonstrate courage, physical prowess, or mastery of the necessary skills. The goal was to prove their competence as protectors of women and children. This was always their primary social role. The most important thing that turns a boy into a man is endurance and strength. It's not just about being physically strong, but also about having the guts to face the hardest parts of life. Socrates once said, "It is a shame for a man to grow old without seeing the beauty and strength of which his body is capable." This means true men don't just get through their own tough times, but they also take on the troubles of their families and communities. They deal with these challenges directly, without whining or showing weakness. If you're dealing with tough times, try to handle it on your own as much as you can. Talking about every little problem might make you look weak. The real test of being a man isn't about showing off your strength, but about how quietly you can deal with your challenges. I know plenty of guys who are old enough but don't really act like men. A real man's strength is felt the moment he walks into a room. That's what true maturity looks like. People might tell you that being a man means hitting certain milestones, like driving at 16, voting at 18, landing your first job, or becoming a dad. But none of these on their own make you a true man. Real manhood is about being mature, setting a good example, and teaching the next generation how to live, love, help others, and take charge. While boys are often protected from failure to keep them safe, real men tackle it head on. They learn from it and become role models for their families and everyone around them. That's what it means to go from being a boy to being a man. The second big step in turning from a boy to a man is learning the power of staying quiet. Men don't need to talk all the time because when they do talk, people listen. Ever noticed how the ones who are always talking never seem to get the respect they're after? That's because real men talk with a purpose. They're not just trying to break the silence. If you're always blabbing, especially about your feelings, you're selling yourself short. True men know that talking more doesn't mean you're worth more. In fact, it's the opposite. They pick their moments to speak up, making sure when they do, it really means something. This isn't just about being quiet. It's about being in charge of what you say and when you say it. Boys talk to get attention. Men talk because they have something worth listening to. Mahatma Gandhi put it perfectly. Speak only if it improves upon the silence. This is the golden rule for anyone who wants to be taken seriously as a man. The third major step in becoming a man is mastering calmness. Men stay cool under pressure, no matter what happens. Everyone faces tough times, but there's a big difference in how a boy and a man deal with these moments. Boys often lose their cool, showing just how green they are. Men, on the other hand, keep their calm. They're the steady force in chaotic times. Think about the worst situations, when everything seems to be crumbling around you. A true man keeps his head. That doesn't mean men don't feel pain or joy. They do, and they feel it intensely. But unlike boys, they don't let their emotions take the wheel. No matter how great the joy or deep the sorrow, men manage their feelings. They navigate the highs and lows with a firm heart and a clear mind. The fourth crucial step in becoming a man is how you treat women. True men know respect isn't just polite, it's essential. A real man's respect for women isn't just for show. It's not just something he does when people are watching. He practices respect in every part of his life. He treats women as equals, never trying to belittle them or shout them down. Take Nelson Mandela, for instance. He's celebrated worldwide not just for fighting for freedom, but for pushing for women's rights too. Mandela didn't just talk, he acted. He placed women in powerful positions within his government, like Phumzile Mlambo Ngcuka, who he made deputy president. Mandela knew that for a country to truly move forward, it had to uplift its women. He lived by the belief that freedom cannot be achieved unless the women have been emancipated from all forms of oppression. Respecting women, the way Mandela did, isn't about just being nice when it suits you. It's about consistent actions and real change. Showing true respect to women is one of the strongest things a man can do. Next up, we're talking about testosterone and tough times. Men aren't cut out for easy living. They're made to conquer challenges. Think about it. Lions belong in the wild, not in a cage. Men are the same. We're meant to face hard situations head on. When we get too comfortable and avoid tough stuff, it's bad for us. It even lowers our testosterone. We get soft just like lions do when they're stuck in a zoo and not hunting in the jungle. Look at Ernest Shackleton, that famous explorer who tried to cross Antarctica in 1914. His ship got crushed by ice, but did he quit? No. He led his crew through the coldest, harshest conditions imaginable. They starved, they froze, but they kept going. That's the kind of grit and muscle that real hardship pulls out of a man. Shackleton and his crew showed us that men are built to do incredible things when the going gets tough. Nowadays, too many of us are stuck sitting around, eating junk, and skipping the gym. This lazy lifestyle is killing our mojo, dropping our testosterone levels, making us less than what we could be. Embracing tough times, like Shackleton did, is what manhood is really about. It's not just getting by. It's about thriving when things get rough and coming out stronger on the other side. Point 6. Real men aren't here to please everyone. They know their worth and put their own needs first. A lot of young guys waste time trying to be liked by everyone. They think they have to act or talk a certain way just to fit in. But real men get one thing very clear. Sometimes you've got to put yourself first. This isn't about being selfish or ignoring how others feel. It's about knowing what you truly want and chasing it without worrying too much about everyone else's opinion. Ever said yes to something you really didn't want to, just to make someone else happy? Like staying late for someone else's work? Or going to an event you didn't care about? Think about how that made you feel. Always putting others first can make you forget what you really want out of life. Start small. Next time you're asked to do something, stop and think, do I really want this? Is this going to help me grow? If it's a no, then it's okay to say no. Respecting your own priorities teaches others to respect them, too. Not bending over backwards for everyone else and valuing your own needs builds real self-respect. And when you respect yourself, others start respecting you too. That's what it takes to grow from a boy into a man. To become a man is more than just growing older. It's about growing stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Today, we've explored key qualities like endurance, respect, and the ability to remain calm under pressure, traits that define true manhood. Remember, a real man is prepared not just for peace, but also for the challenges of life. It's not about seeking conflict, but about being ready to face and overcome adversity. Think about these qualities. How will you apply them in your life? Share your journey in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more insights on living with courage and strength.